feels like it was only a couple of months ago that we found out that there is actually a patent for the Switch 2 to have a dual screen, which would turn it into a DS or a 3DS. If we were able to actually get this product, we could have DS games, 3DS games ported over to the Switch. That would be awesome. Okay, so first of all, let me break this down. The patent is real. Like, they actually own this patent, but that does not necessarily mean that they have to use it. They just have the patent. Tons of patents get made every single day and never actually go anywhere. So with that being said, it would still be very cool. The other day we talked about the, I guess, leak or accidental posting of the Nintendo Switch 2 Wii controller on the Nintendo website, which a lot of people are speculating. What if that means Wii is actually going to come to the Switch 2? Wii games on the Switch Online, that would be sick. I would love that. I mean, I don't love, subscription services, but I mean, the NSO subscription, man, it is stacking up to be a little bit better and better with all these new releases, especially like, Gale of Darkness, Pokemon Coliseum, like all the GameCube games, man. And there are leaks and rumors about other GameCube games being announced and published on that thing soon. I've heard rumors about another Metroid game. I can't remember if it was like Pikmin or something, but there was another big GameCube title that is apparently leaked and rumored to be on the Switch Online service sometime throughout this year. But as far as this dual screen patent goes, they could port over some of the biggest and the best DS games of all time. And let me know, what is your favorite DS game of all time? The DS does have some classic games, for real. Of course, when I saw this for the first time, I immediately thought of Pokemon games, because the main channel, I talk about all things Pokemon. So I'm just gonna say that I've already discussed the Pokemon stuff, so for that reason, in this video, we're gonna talk about like the other stuff, like Mario Kart DS. They have Mario games on the Switch Online already from, I think it is the SNES, right? I can't remember exactly which one, but they do have Mario Kart over there already. So imagine we got Mario Kart DS, and this is a list of the best-selling games on the DS, the best-selling DS games of all time. Nintendogs would be a classic, bro. Nintendogs would be nuts to get on the Switch Online, or just as some sort of like port. Because here's the thing, with this dual screen, they could just port stuff and do the, online service, whatever. So they could do a lot. Brain Age, bro, these games, I actually have been low-key wanting to play some of these again. They're very simple, but they're low-key very fun. They sold like crazy on the DS as well. Animal Crossing Wild World. That would be a big one. And imagine they did put over Mario 64, the DS version. That would be hilarious. Because that's not like the original Mario 64. That would be very interesting if they were to do that. But I mean, just look at this list. Like Mario Party DS, Lego Star Wars. That would be so fun to play on the Switch 2 and the DS graphics. I mean, Mario and Sonic, we got Mario and Luigi, Professor Layton, very popular series, Tomodachi Collection, of course, Yoshi Land, Pokemon stuff, like I already said. Rhythm Heaven, that has grown in popularity a lot over the last couple years, I feel like. Zelda games, even Spirit Tracks, dude, so many opportunities and so many games they could bring over. I am really hoping for this. I would absolutely love to see this. I'll keep scrolling while I'm talking, I guess, but it seems like they are more interested in bringing over some of the older games, because we have GameCube, SNES, NES, N64 and stuff like that on the Switch Online service. So with that being said, it's like, what are they going to do next? The Switch 2 is the new big console, right? So I'm assuming like whenever they do bring over DS or I guess Wii, because those would be the next consoles, right? Because now we're up to Game Boy and Game Boy Advance. So the next one would theoretically just be DS and then Wii. And now the DS is getting old. The Wii is already getting old too. I think the Wii just turned 20, if I'm not mistaken, or if it's almost 20 years old. It's roughly 20 years old. So with that being said, it has aged, believe it or not. So I could totally see this happening at least within the next couple of years. And I'm a sucker for the DS. That was definitely my big childhood handheld console. Like, I do love the Game Boy and Game Boy Advance. I absolutely love it. I actually did a screen replacement on my Game Boy Advance SP, and dude, the screen is awesome. I need to get some more Game Boy games. So if you guys have any recommendations, let me know. Game Boy or Game Boy Advance, whatever. What should I pick up? One thing that is funny about this dual screen, if they did do this, how would the battery life be? Because if it's connected to the Switch 2, the Switch 2 battery already low-key sucks. So it's like, imagine this would make that even worse. Would it be some sort of external battery pack on it, but then that'd make it thicker? But maybe it wouldn't make it very thick. I don't know. I mean, that'd be kind of nice if it did have its own battery. That way we didn't have to worry about it. And it would have to be portable, so you can't just plug it in to play it. I mean, you could plug it in to charge it, but how would this really work? I think it would still be awesome. I need this to happen, and I would be a buyer. As bad as that sounds, I would be a shill, and I would be purchasing this. And I'm sure a lot of you guys would too, at least if the price is right. This price, I feel like they could charge something insane. I don't know. It depends. I guess it just depends all around. But I think it'd be very cool just to have an actual dual screen. You could play games with two screens, but this could also extend further. Like, this could even maybe give us other opportunities for gaming. Like, let's say Tears of the Kingdom. Maybe the top screen, you could decide if you want that to be your gameplay or your map. You can flip the screens, you know what I'm saying? So maybe the bottom screen, you would want that to be the map, and maybe the top screen, you want to be your gameplay. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with, like, I guess, Splatoon. Maybe one screen you can see, your gameplay, and the other you can see the map. That would be sick if they're able to optimize that correct. Okay, so I also want to talk about this. We did get some new Mario Galaxy posters. This movie seems awesome. I am very hyped. The colors go crazy on this movie, but dude, I am so excited for the Mario Galaxy movie. I cannot wait to watch this. It seems like it's very good. So many Easter eggs, so many references in the trailers. It looks like it's going to be pretty good. I hope it's better than the first one. Like, it could be. I mean, Mario Galaxy is awesome. People say it's probably one of the, if not the best Mario game of all time. Let me know what your favorite Mario game of all time is. But speaking of that, look at this. We have the Yoshi popcorn bucket. Oh my gosh, bro. Popcorn buckets have been going nuts over the last couple of years. This looks awesome. I would absolutely love to have it like on my shelf over there, so maybe I'll get it depending on the price. But they do be charging some crazy absurd prices for these popcorn buckets. This is probably going to be like $50. If it's that much money, I'm probably gonna have to pass on that, but we're gonna have to see. Like, I'm hyped for this movie. I also wanted to bring this up. So this actually is a couple days old, and I wish I saw this sooner, but I'm bringing this up because some of you guys might actually still be able to see this. So this is at somebody's local Costco. Kirby Air Riders, $30. Metroid Prime 4, $25. That's insane. ZA for $30. And I believe it's the physical copies, because at Costco, you take these like weird cardboard cutouts to the desk. But I wish I saw this, because I would have totally got myself Kirby Air Riders and Metroid Prime 4, because I actually have not played either of those yet. That's basically a 2-for-1 deal right now, which is absurd. So some of you guys might actually simply run up to your local Costco, or maybe call them up and see if they still have these deals going on. And at somebody's Sam's Club, they had a Switch 2 for sale with the Mario Kart World bundle for $374. That is a $500 console. I think it's $500, right? That's $125 off. It's insane, which is a huge deal. Like, that probably flew off the shelves quickly. So, like I said, if you guys want to call your local Costco, your local Sam's Club, maybe they still have some in stock. I think it's just kind of depending, because I know in my area, probably would have sold out immediately to scalpers, because I swear, scalpers in my area are insane. Like, absolutely brutal. Some new game updates and stuff just in general. We got Castlevania Belmont's Curse announced for 2026. We also have a God of War Trilogy remake. Probably not going to be on the Switch 2, but I could only hope and I can only imagine. But figured some of you guys would be hyped for this, because I think I'm definitely going to have to pick this up. Hate the Hate was also saying that Sons of Sparta was apparently considered to be on other platforms. So probably Switch 2. Like, I would assume they were definitely thinking about Nintendo. Potentially Xbox, because, the new Sons of Sparta game isn't like a big God of War game. It definitely looks fun. I do want to play this game. I think I'm going to give it a couple more days to see, more reviews, maybe watch a couple videos about it first, but it looks pretty cool. Definitely looks exciting. Looks like a chill game. So I am hoping one day we could get something God of War related on the Switch 2. And that's why I brought up maybe the trilogy. Probably not though, because I feel like Sony's going to be very protective over the God of War franchise. Like, I could see Sony bringing over maybe some of their smaller games, but God of War is one of their biggest games on the PlayStation. Let me know if you'd want to see God of War on the Switch 2. I think a remake of the original trilogy is probably the best way to go. And then of course, Sons of Sparta. And we also have a Rayman 30th anniversary, which I didn't know Rayman was 30 years old. That is crazy, but it's going to be a physical collection out. Very cool. I know Rayman's pretty big, so I figured some of you guys would want to know that. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. If you're real and watching this far, comment down below Spider-Man. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you want all things Nintendo news, leaks, updates, and just kind of gaming stuff as a whole. Hope to see you in the next one. Peace.